In the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways gently in the breeze, and the sun casts a warm glow over the land, a haunting sight emerges, a white lion, a creature of ethereal beauty, now marred by a grotesque affliction. This majestic beast, once a symbol of strength and grace, bears a horrific barnacle wound that tells a story of survival, suffering, and the relentless grip of nature. As we draw closer, the stark contrast between the lion's pristine fur and the grotesque barnacle infestation becomes painfully evident. The barnacles, small crustaceans that typically cling to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this regal feline, transforming its once majestic form into a canvas of horror. The barnacle infestation on this white lion is not merely a physical ailment. It is a testament to the harsh realities of life in the wild. These tiny creatures, with their hard calcareous shells, attach themselves to the lion's skin, burrowing in and creating a grotesque landscape of growth. Each barnacle, a small fortress of life, feeds on the lion's flesh, drawing nutrients from its body while simultaneously causing immense pain and suffering. The lion's skin, once a protective barrier, is now a battleground where the struggle for survival takes on a new and disturbing form. Those thriving in their parasitic existence create open wounds that become breeding grounds for infection, further complicating the lion's plight. As we delve deeper into the biology of these barnacles, we uncover a chilling reality. These creatures are not mere pests. They are a part of a complex ecosystem, playing a role in the food chain that is both fascinating and horrifying. Barnacles are filter feeders, using their feathery appendages to capture plankton and other microscopic organisms from the water. In their natural habitat, they are often found clinging to the hulls of ships or the rocky surfaces of coastal environments. However, in this case, the white lion has become an unwitting host, a victim of circumstance in a world where the lines between predator and prey blur in the most unexpected ways. The infestation is not just a physical burden, it is a psychological torment for the lion. Imagine the constant irritation, the relentless scratching at the skin, the instinctual urge to rid itself of this unwanted burden. Yet, in the wild, survival often means enduring pain and suffering. The lion, a creature known for its fierce independence and strength, now finds itself at the mercy of these tiny invaders. It is a stark reminder of the fragility of life, where even the mightiest can fall victim to the smallest of foes. As we observe this tragic spectacle, we are compelled to reflect on the broader implications of such infestations. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched pasture, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. But upon closer inspection, a horrific sight emerges. A barnacle wound, grotesque and unsettling, festers on its flank. This is not a scene from a horror film. It is a stark reality that reveals the darker side of nature's design. The barnacle, a creature often associated with the ocean's depths, has found an unlikely host in this majestic equine. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the chilling truth behind barnacle infestations and their implications for both animal and human alike. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, are notorious for their ability to latch onto surfaces with an iron grip. They thrive in marine environments, but when they find their way onto a horse, the results can be catastrophic. The barnacle's hard shell, designed to withstand the relentless waves of the ocean, becomes a weapon of torment when it burrows into the horse's flesh. The wound, a grotesque amalgamation of blood and pus, serves as a breeding ground for infection. In the heart of the African savanna, a haunting sight emerges, a white lion, majestic yet marred by a grotesque affliction. This creature, often revered for its ethereal beauty, now bears the burden of a horrific barnacle wound, a testament to the relentless forces of nature. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is confronted with a shocking reality. The lion's once pristine fur is now a canvas of suffering, where barnacles cling tenaciously to its skin, creating a grotesque tableau of life and decay. These marine parasites, typically found on the hulls of ships or the shells of sea creatures, have found an unlikely host in this terrestrial predator, raising questions about the delicate balance of ecosystems and the unforeseen consequences of environmental change. Barnacle infestation is a phenomenon that occurs when these crustaceans, in their larval stage, seek out a suitable surface to attach themselves in. In this case, the white lion, perhaps drawn to a water source or a damp environment, became an unwitting victim. The barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells, latch onto the lion's skin, burrowing in and causing painful lesions. As they grow, they create a grotesque spectacle, their sharp edges digging deeper into the flesh, leading to infection and suffering. The lion's body, once a symbol of strength and power, now tells a story of vulnerability and despair. In the desolate expanse of the Arctic tundra, where the biting winds howl like lost souls, a haunting figure emerges from the snow. A white fox, its pristine fur marred by a grotesque affliction. This is not just any ordinary wound. It is a barnacle infestation, a gruesome testament to nature's darker side. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is confronted with the sight of barnacles, those seemingly innocuous marine creatures, clinging to the fox's skin like sinister barnacle-encrusted leeches. The juxtaposition of the fox's delicate beauty against this horrific invasion is enough to send shivers down the spine. How did this happen? What drives these creatures to latch onto a land-dwelling mammal? And what does it mean for the fox's survival? Barnacles, typically found on rocks and ships, are crustaceans that thrive in marine environments. However, in a bizarre twist of fate, they can also attach themselves to unsuspecting terrestrial animals, particularly when they venture too close to coastal areas. The white fox, in its quest for food, may have wandered into a tide pool or a beach, where these tenacious creatures lay in wait. Once they latch on, they begin to burrow into the skin, creating a grotesque wound that festers and oozes. The barnacles feed on the fox's flesh, siphoning nutrients and leaving behind a trail of decay. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a stark reminder of the brutal realities of survival in the wild. As the infestation progresses, the fox becomes increasingly vulnerable. The barnacles not only cause physical pain but also open the door to infections, weakening the animal and making it an easy target for predators. The once proud and agile creature is reduced to a pitiful state, a living canvas of nature's cruelty. It is a dark reflection of the interconnectedness of life, where one creature's struggle for survival can lead to another's demise. Yet, in this grim tale, there lies a moral twist. Humans, in their relentless pursuit of progress, have altered ecosystems, creating conditions where such bizarre interactions can occur. Pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction have pushed wildlife into unfamiliar territories, leading